Ah, yes, we are back again, and we are supposed to do the fifth story, which is Visitation. So let's jump into the fifth story and see what it's all about. This will probably be edited with the rest of the other, so it becomes rest of the other chapters, so it becomes more cohesive. But we'll still see. After dinner, Caleb insists on clearing the table himself. He tells me to rest and he'll get my bedroom ready soon. I hesitate for a moment before deciding to ask him about the explosion incident. Just as I reach the terrace, thunder roars. From outside, the sound alone makes me jump. Maybe it's because we're closer to the sky here. Seeing Caleb's busy figure, I calm down a little. Caught by his gentle gaze, the words stick in my throat. I can only say a random sentence. I want a soda. Caleb steps aside, creating path for me to get to the fridge. Do you want one? He doesn't decline, so I offer him a soda can.
You're gonna move your hand when I try to take it. I'm not falling for that again.
Stop acting like a baby. I'm done with those childish antics. Antiques. Antiques? Caleb reaches out, but I quickly move my wrist to the soda. Caleb reaches out, but I quickly move my wrist so the soda avoids his fingers. Haha, you. Before I can finish, the soda falls from my hand. Caleb effortlessly catches it, of course.
Talk about immature.
We toast, our cans clinking against each other. Another roar of thunder startles me. However, I choke.
Still a scaredy cat?
How are we so normal with him? Insane.
I thought you weren't afraid of it anymore.
What do you mean? Caleb sets down the soda and brings up a tablet that controls many of the house's utilities. The curtains are shut, which protects the room from the storm outside.
Remember your astrophobia from when you were little? Didn't you usually hide whenever thunder rolled in?
Astrophobia. Maybe it was because thunder sounded too much like a wanderer's roar. I was still terrified of it months after the chrono rift.
At first, I thought you were playing hide and seek with me. But then I saw you were just frightened.
You always remember the minor details. But eventually I became immune to it.
And who should we thank for that?
I look up with his eye. Oh, I'm eating cereal, by the way. I look up with his eyebrows slightly raised. Caleb grins. In reflecting on those memories, I pretend to be clueless. We should thank my resilience.
You ungrateful pipsqueak.
Caleb teases me and pinches my nose. Chuckling at my reaction, he lets go. I didn't dare to fall asleep, but Caleb always covered my ears until I dozed off. The thunderstorm trapped him, the most popular kid on the block, inside the house. So he had to seek a refuge with me in various hiding places. No one else knew it was me that was trapped home, and Caleb was the one who broke that magical cage. Caleb, why were you always the first person to find me? It didn't matter whether I hid in the closet or the attic.
Well, you probably have a telepathic connection.
You just got lucky every time.
Yeah, and? Doesn't matter if I'm lucky or not.
Sentimentality grazes my heart's surface. My hand that's resting on the fridge subconsciously twitches. Why do I feel awkward all of a sudden? I mean, isn't telepathy usually something twins have? Like the ones who are involved in this incident. Thinking of those two that were affected by the explosion, my voice lowers. Over the next few days, there wasn't any progress in finding KV, and his sister Mia is still recovering. Caleb,
You still want to investigate?
Caleb has read my mind. I hesitate for a moment before noting. KV is still... Kevy is still missing. And I need to know if Ever is related to the explosion. If Ever is involved, there's a good chance I'll get important info that's connected to the ether core. Kevy might have already been marked as their target.
The fleet will handle it. And even if you doubt them, can't you trust me?
No, I've already done that and regretted, so no thank you.
Since you're on vacation, why not just kick back and relax in Skyhaven?
Because that's not my job. And that's not how I got into Skyhaven. Anyway, I was supposed to be on a mission undercover until my cover got blown off for God knows what reason and why. And now I'm stuck with a dead person who's actually not dead, but alive. But Caleb, his sister must be worried sick about him right now. She probably wants to be with Kevy again. I'm already your adjutant. I promise not to cause any trouble. If anything bad happens, I'll take full responsibility. Ouch! Something hits my head, but it's not a light tap or smack. Caleb has serious expression. How dare you? How dare you try to do that to me?
What are you even saying? I always have your back. Don't even think about drawing a line in the sand. Take care of yourself. Do that, and you can investigate whatever you want.
So after everything draws to a close, can you come home with me?
I remember you saying you'd be fine by yourself. But it seems like you still want someone with you.
The way this man gets cocky. It's a weird way. It's not the same cockiness as Silas, but you know, as expected of a Gemini, that is the cockiness of a Gemini. I can see it. I know when I see it one. Like I know it when I see it, you know. I'll worry about you if you're always separated.
Is that the only reason?
You don't get to have puppy dog eyes with the stunt you pulled, okay? He shifts his gaze down after suddenly using a softer voice. The fridge door is slightly ajar. Caleb's hand rests on it. I'm seemingly trapped in this confined space. A cool breeze brushes against my shoulders. The faint glow from the refrigerator casts shadows in the depths of his determined, steadfast gaze.
Is it just because I said I'd always be by your side?
I'm
just messing around. What's wrong? Cat got your tongue?
Stop it, okay? Feeling the tension dissipate, I pretend to be annoyed as I push him away and change the topic. Oh, wait. Okay, wait, why is this stuck? Yo, why is this not happening? Move. It's so cold being in front of the fridge. I'll get sick and it'll be your fault. Amused, Caleb willingly backs off.
All right. I'll keep my distance. It'll be like there's an ocean between us. You stick to your side, and I'll stick to mine.
Fine. Best.
Don't worry.
Perfect.
You won't have to remind me twice.
Great. Love that for myself. Caleb has returned to my side. I should be relieved, happy even, but I tossed and turned in bed that night. As I open my eyes, the bright morning light filters through the curtains. A warm glow is cast on the bedside. After staring at the dimly lit ceiling for what feels like an eternity, I rarely get up. The house is silent. It seems Caleb just left. My breakfast, still warm, is sitting on the dining table. I notice a note tucked underneath it. Your highest priority is resting and enjoying your meal. Everything else comes second. I smile as I fold the note. When I sit down, I get a voice message.
Did you eat breakfast yet? I'll be sorting some things out with the fleet. I'll pick you up later.
Yeah, okay. I finish eating my breakfast while going over last night's plan in my head. You know what would be nice? Like in the future, what I would like would be the fact that we can leave voice messages as well. I think that would be really cool. And it's not necessary that they have to like respond. They can send like an emoji or something. That'd be cool. It would be so cool to like leave voice messages, like how you talk to ChatGPT, stuff like that. That'd be great. All right, it's time to visit that medical center. Imagine Zane meeting Caleb would be all out brawl. Love that. Willow Medical Center, Inpatient Department, 9th floor, room 903, Mia. Thanks to Caleb's support, I quickly find the place where Mia is recovering in.
I'm terribly sorry, Adjutant. The patient has just recovered from being in critical condition. Visits are prohibited unless her primary care physician authorizes it. This applies to fleet personnel as well.
Can I speak to the doctor then? The nurse looks me up and down. There's a hint of suspicion in her eyes.
Dr. Jones is busy with meetings with a visiting team of medical specialists. The earliest you can schedule an appointment with him is next week.
I understand. Mia is in a precarious situation right now, but with the hospital strict security measures, her safety is guaranteed at least. I find myself walking to the elevator, and my gaze falls on the directory sign. The administrative offices are on the 16th floor. If Dr. Jones is in a meeting, he might be on this floor. The elevator opens up. While engaged in hushed conversations, several doctors step out. I guess I can only try my luck upstairs now. Just as I'm about to enter the elevator, a familiar voice cuts through my train of thought like a blade of frost. Zane? Oh my god! Oh my, I was waiting for this. This is crazy. I was waiting for this. Zane! It is so funny how I just spoke about what if they met each other at this point? What if her primary care physician was Zane? Why did I call him Jane? Zane. I was like, hey, we met him now, finally. Bro, say something. Say something. The figure wearing a white lab coat turns around. When our gazes meet, he adjusts his glasses. Surprise flickers in his eyes. He's just looking at us like he's so dead inside. Okay, smiling, finally. Is this the confidential schedule you talked about 2 weeks ago? Don't worry, I'll experience memory loss once I'm back in Lincoln. At the vending machine, Zane gets himself a latte. He gives me a bottle of pear juice.
If I'm not mistaken, a few days ago you said the association ordered you to take leave. However, I didn't think a medical center in Skyhaven was a vacation spot.
You got me. It's not. I just come here for fun. Because I wanted to observe stoic doctors and harried nurses running around, just like you do in Lincoln, and your team in Lincoln. And Grayson, maybe I'll find a Grayson here. Well, he slightly tilts his head back to sip his coffee and frowns because it isn't sweet enough. He scans the department signs on this floor.
You don't have to explain why you're here. It's obvious.
I mean, obviously I'm not the one who's touring hospital facilities for fun. But at this point, nothing's ever secret from anyone. Honestly, literally, like nothing stays secret in this space. Like she gets her undercover mission gets blown off, the cover gets blown up. Everybody gets to know what she's doing except her. She has to like figure out things like, yo, maybe like 2 + 2 = 4 situation is happening. Maybe it's also 5 if there's a hidden number. Maybe find the X. This looks this looks really funny to me. Also, I'm recording this at like 3:24 a.m. So I'm delirious at the moment. I figure I could talk to Mia and see if she knows anything about Heavy.
Mia is no longer in critical condition. She should be able to receive visitors.
Then why was I barred from visiting her by the nurses? Do you know Mia?
Her primary care physician used to be my colleague. He mentioned her during his visit.
Used to be my
Since Mia was
colleague.
exposed to a metaflux explosion, I checked her heart to ensure she's all right.
How is she now?
Her physical recovery is going well, but she was badly shaken by the accident. Mia still displays signs of avoiding the outside world. But you talking to her might help ease her nerves.
If it's possible, I'd like to try. Zane taps the folder containing medical records. Then he looks at me.
Give me a second. I'll ask.
So is he like his...
Dr. Jones, do you have a moment?
Okay, so I was wondering, like, why, like, did he suddenly end up being her primary care? No. Primary care physician, and then I realized he was a visiting doctor because he's good with metaflux and stuff. Okay. A few minutes pass, then Zane puts his phone away. Under my hopeful gaze, his expression softens as he nods.
Follow me. I'll check on Mia's condition first, and if she's all right, I'll ask her.
After receiving the visitation guidelines, I take a deep breath and follow him into the hospital room. In the pristine white room, a young girl around 10 years sits on the bed. Her face is covered in bandages.
Mia, the nurse said you drank some milk today. That's good.
Mia turns her head without responding. With a blank stare, she looks out of the window. Zane crouches by the bed. He gently touches Mia's elbow.
Since you listened to the doctor and the nurse, it doesn't hurt as much now?
The little girl slowly blinks, silently acknowledging Zane's words.
While waiting for the pain to go away, do you want a reward?
I wanna go home.
Her soft voice, tinged with sorrow, resounds in the quiet ward. My heart feels a faint pang, as if that voice reached out to me, urging me to move closer. However, I hesitate, unsure of how to start a conversation. Seeing that Mia has noticed me, Zane speaks in an even gentler tone which radiates reassurance.
She's my friend. A skilled hunter who saved many children like you.
Oh, we're friends. Okay, we are friends.
Huh?
It's unclear which of Zane's words affect her, but she slightly stirs. Hello, Mia. Zane calmly observes, stepping back only when he sees Mia doesn't flinch at my approach. Do you want to talk? Mia hesitates and nods. Relieved, Zane and I exchange looks. Zane leaves the room. On his way out, he taps my hand, silently telling me not to stay for too long. Mia, what you went through, I also experienced that. You must be really upset. Her small hand slightly twitches in response to my words. Do you miss your brother, Mia? Her empty eyes flicker with emotions. She's about to cry. Dude, you can't ask kids difficult questions like that. It reminds me of that meme. You can't ask people. Was there that Mean Girls meme? You can't ask people why they're white. I think it was that.
Is he dead?
Her eyes are filled to the brim with tears. Don't worry, he's probably just hiding.
But I always find him. I can't this time.
Your brother wouldn't just leave you. He probably got into a bit of trouble. Can you tell me what you saw before the explosion happened? I might be able to help. She stares at me, and just as she's about to speak, a knock interrupts us. Oh, what if it's Caleb? A person wearing glasses and a dark-colored uniform enters. He has the Far Space Fleet's insignia on his armband.
It seems the Colonel forgot to inform us. What brings you here, Adjutant?
His scrutinizing gaze washes over me and I look away. It seems today won't be going according to plan. The Colonel has his reasons. Just do your job. I'll stop by next time to avoid any trouble. As I'm about to leave, Mia suddenly calls out to me.
Miss?
She retrieves a burnt... It doesn't look that burnt, okay? Or maybe the tail is a little burnt. Burnt dog plushie from behind her pillow. She sounds nervous when she speaks. Okay.
Thank you for visiting me. Can I give you Lucia as a present?
Lucia, is this dog plushie? Sure. That's a little weird. That's a little weird, like, why would a child... If a child gave me a burnt plushie... I don't know. I would feel a little weird, like, huh? Why do you want to give me a burnt plushie? Tough child, why are you carrying that tough object with you? I mean, maybe I'm overthinking, but it would be weird for me. It'd be a little creepy. Like, if a child gave me a burnt plushie, I'd be like, oh, that's not the best thing to receive as a gift. It's a little more creepy as well, so I'd be creeped out a little bit. I'd be like, oh, why don't you hold on to it for a bit? It might be helpful. So yeah, I'm going to stop the video here. Maybe I will record another session and merge it together so it becomes one cohesive video. We'll see how it goes. I'm stopping the video here. Maybe it'll be edited. Maybe I will do Whale Sanctuary next. I don't know. We will have to see.